Okay, this is R.E.P.O setting up a controller. Alright, so first of all, easy way to do this is go to controller. What you want to do is click on these little templates. As you can see, there's several of them to choose from. Don't really worry about those too much. Just find the basic and easy one, considering this is basically keyboard and mouse derived anyway. That's the whole point. It's not really set up for controllers, so make sure it's WASD and mouse, which is the keyboard, under the Steam controller layout. Go back here. You're going to go to view layout or edit layout. The view will just give you the view. You can't really alter anything. The edit layout will actually allow you to edit the buttons. Okay, so from there, what you're going to do is you're going to go to here, go to your library, find R.E.P.O. Start R.E.P.O. Let me put that on my headset. Okay, so from here you're going to go to settings. You're going to look for controls. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for example, the crouch button. I know that the person who contacted me over this to make this video asked me about the crouch button. So we're going to go to the crouch button. Crouch is apparently control. So you're going to hit your Windows key, make Steam come up, go to the menu, however you want to get to it. Mine is in big picture mode. If you have this, then it should just come up to the normal screen of what it looks like for your games, which is the library. You're going to find the game, hence R.E.P.O. From R.E.P.O, we're going to go back to the control, edit layout. So let's say it's B. Okay, so B is here. We're going to make it as control. It's going to give you a keyboard layout, a mouse layout, a gamepad layout. Gamepad layouts can be a little bit daunting and confusing depending on the game. Number pad, action sets. Action sets can also be a little confusing as well because they deal with basically layered controls. Then you have systems and stuff like that, which can get a little bit also confusing. So we'll just keep away from those, but just the idea. So you're going to go to control, and as you can see, control key. Alright, so from there, it should be already good. Back out, go back to the game. Let's say, for example, start the game. Doesn't matter, any old game. New one, old one, doesn't matter. But considering you use this mouse and keyboard, forward and backward will be on your left stick, and the mouse, which is looking, will be on your right stick. So, as you can see, crouch B now makes me crouch. And that's really all you have to do when it comes to simple configurations of an Xbox controller, a PlayStation controller, really any relative controller. It's basic controls, nothing overly complicated. It's pretty simple. And that's really all you kind of do to set your key mappings for Steam. So basically all you have to make sure of when you do this is to make sure that your Steam input on your settings is enabled. Make sure that you have the mouse and keyboard as your preferred controller layout. You're gonna have your key functions here, same way as you would in the game mapping. You go to the controls, figure out the settings you want to adjust in here, be it what it is, it doesn't matter. So once you understand that, it does make it pretty simple. So once you do that, for example, you can always check and see which button is what. Okay, so for example, E should be, let's make it X, make sure that it's X, because that's a good interaction key. It's on most controllers. See, E is not the action key because it's not X. So we're going to see what E is, even if there is even an E for the layout. So here's your layout. You can see if there's an E command. And we do not have an E command. So we're going to change the E command, or the R, to an E command. So we're going to take this, go to X, make it the E key. There you go. Go back to the game. And that should give you the interaction button, which allows you to basically pick up stuff and put it in your little inventory slots for 1 and 2. So you have 1, 2, and 3. So let's go change that. So we're going to go to, once again, the settings, figure out what 1 and 2 and 3 are. One, 2, and 3 is 1, 2, and 3 on the number pad, so that makes it pretty simple. So we're going to go here. We're going to check and see what the layout will be for 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3 is up, left, or up, right, and down. So that does make it pretty simple. Other than that, those are the basic commands. That's really all you need. And you can make tab, for example, select, which I'm going to make sure that it is. So we'll go back to the controller layout. See what tab is. And tab is select, which is what we want. So therefore, it is all set and ready to go. You don't have to worry about much, and that is how you make and set up your controls for an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller for R.E.P.O. Alright, so I thank you for watching. I do hope that helps. But now we need to figure out what the, little crouch, miniaturization button is. So from there, we're going to go to that. We'll figure that out by going to the settings control, which is tumble. Tumble is Q, so we can go back to the settings for this. We can make Q, let's make it the right stick. We're going to go to joysticks, right stick, sorry, got a little brain farted. So instead of making it to the left mouse, what we're going to do is we're going to do that, go to keyboard, Q. So let's say, for example, you really don't want the stick to do anything. That's the whole point. You can just remove it as well. Just literally just go over here. You can do that. Make sure that it's at least selected. And it should be able to remove command. Now once you do that, you can also go back and reset it. So now Q should be the right stick button, which allows me to tumble. And B should be my back out. Or my crouch. So there's crouch. And then there's tumble, which is on my right stick, which is exactly the way I wanted it. So therefore it does work now. So there you go. There is the easiest way to set it up. So I hope that helps everyone. Thank you for watching. And let me know if anybody